And here in the war room, Akshita and I want to show you just what the Ukraine map looks like, because things have dramatically changed over the last 7 days. Let's show you. Ukraine, a once proud country, is now in pieces. It's divided. The people are united, but the country itself is in pieces. Remember that Chernobyl was one of the first places that was surrounded by Russian tanks. Kharkiv is a place that has been virtually taken over. It's been battered. There is a scorched earth situation happening there. The cities of Kherson and Mariupol have a lot of Russian presence now. As you can see, all of the red markings you see here, Akshita, all of these are places which have been taken over. Chernihiv, another big city, has been taken over almost entirely by Russia. In places where they're meeting with resistance, they are basically causing a huge amount of damage. Don't forget that Kharkiv is where an Indian student died, 40 kilometers from the Russian border. Luhansk and Donetsk, basically the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine, is already a rebel-held area, but that's where Russian forces are also present in large numbers. The southern part, near the Crimean Peninsula, Mariupol, the Sea of Azov's shores, and Kherson are two other cities that are now practically occupied by Russians. And the thing is, as we've seen in pictures, not just the map, but also in the pictures, Akshita, is where the Russian forces are meeting with resistance, from whether the Ukrainian military or from the people, they've decided just to cause maximum damage.
That's right. And you can see that the red is slowly increasing. In the last few hours, two cities that have come in, Kherson as well as Kharkiv, has come slowly under Russian control. Let's get you an update from the ground. Maria Pysarenko is joining us from Kyiv. Maria has been reporting very bravely for us for the last few days. 1 week now, Maria, since Putin announced war, declared war on Ukraine. Right now, everyone's talking about what's happening in your city of Kyiv. We're all, of course, hoping that this settles as soon as possible. But it looks like right now, Putin's put all of his focus on the city of Kyiv. We're getting reports that it's been surrounded. Is that true?
Yeah, good morning. Now, maybe you do not see my picture as well, very well, because I'm in the metro station, having to spend the night here as a bomb shelter. So I'm right now at the platform, and you see the train just near me and the signs behind. So that's it was a pretty rough night spending here on the marble floor, really very cold, and this was like. This was telling everything about what is happening now. So everything is really strange. Everything is out of control, and people have, to do whatever they can to save their lives, to stay safe for as long as they can. So about the situation in Kyiv, during the night there was only one siren, which is pretty strange for the latest days, and we had also the report about the shelling of different districts of Kyiv. For example, it was Rutsanivka, it was Kurenivka, it was Boyarka, which are districts in all over all different parts of the city. So the right bank, the left bank, the outskirts, the suburbs of Kyiv. So what's the purpose of these strikes, all over the city is still unclear for all of the people here. But luckily, so far, we didn't get the information about people injured or the deaths in these strikes, in these morning strikes, and so far we are only getting the info about what is happening. Really heavy casualties in Kharkiv, which was, yesterday a very tragic event, and everybody in Kyiv understood that if they bomb the city center of Kharkiv, they could do the same thing with it's the Kyiv city, so it's just insane. It's crazy. The missile was launched just in the center of Kharkiv, just near the administration of the oblast. So for now, I came to the other platform, and there is apparently some light. You can see this, and you can see the train station in its full capacity. Back to the story. So this Kharkiv events with 10 people killed and more than 20 injured is like really striking for people here in Kyiv. A lot of fled yesterday those who didn't do this, like in 6 days of the conflict, had to flee. And also the yesterday's explosion near the bombing of television tower was really shocking for everybody, as well as the bombing of Babin Yar memorial site, which is just close to this television tower, and it was met here in Kyiv with a lot of course, anger, and it was really a furious response because everybody was saying Russians can kill twice, so they just bomb the memorial, which is like just behind and above all things which are usually seen as humane and what a civilized democratic country can do. So for now we are again waiting for the curfew to finish, 1 more hour, even less already. So yes, now I'm
Coming
realizing
in this morning of the suburb of Kyiv named Borodyanka, I hope I've pronounced it correctly,
Right. Yeah,
and a
yeah.
great deal of damage that's been done there as well. This appears to have been some kind of a long-range attack, a missile attack on that place.
The images of Borodyanka remind me only of the images, casualties and damage after World War II, and that's just terrible because I've been there. I have some trips to this place, and it's up to 40 kilometers from Kyiv, and the site of this place really gives the understanding that Russians do not target only military infrastructure. Right now, it's full-on war with targeting the civilian facilities, which is especially cynical and we makes really nonsense because these people just didn't do nothing, they didn't bomb the Russian territory to give such a response to them. So these are all the disturbing pictures which are now for all the Ukrainians, kind of blur in one long continuous shot of violence, of terror, which we have been living now already for 7 days in, and as we see, that is not the limit yet, and everything can happen for even the coming days. And about Kyiv, I also want to mention that the last 2 days were like the days when people were talking, okay, this will be the battle for Kyiv. Today is the day when everything will be decided about Kyiv. But Kyiv stands for already 3 days, and no Russian convoy, no Russian military equipment was seen in the center. So they didn't manage to capture the city or defeat it for a short period of time as they were planning to do. So and that is why we are still here in Kyiv, understanding that the big battle may be still upon us. So it's kind of a little bit disturbing, to say the least. But what else do we have to do? So that's the situation right now.
Okay, Maria, we'll keep coming across to you. Stay safe. Maria reporting there from a metro station. It was pitch dark around her initially during the report. Then they switched on the lights. We can see also briefly how many people are there around you as well, gathered in those stations. This even as everyone's been talking about an imminent attack on the capital. Stay safe out there, Maria. Thank you for joining us for the moment.